It's cozy season. You need blankets, pillows. You need mugs. You need
You know what I want?
tea koozie. What's your cozy season must-haves?
Holiday-themed glasses and dishware. You know, I finally got my little Christmas plates that I've wanted for years and years and years last Christmas. I want like some sort
It's
of
not
like...
my culture, but
I know
I
it's not
respect
your culture,
it.
but I want more like Christmassy drinkware, plateware.
Okay, well, you know a great place to get that.
Wayfair.
Yeah, you got to be stocking up at Wayfair.
I'm stocking up at Wayfair.
Because not only are you going to get the cozy items that you so desire, but you're going to get great deals on the cozy items you so desire. Because Wayfair has great deals on things your home actually needs, especially before the holidays. They have everything from sofas to spatulas. You name it, they have it. They also have styles you can't find anywhere else. No cookie cutter stuff that everyone else has, so you can make your home way more you. Right now, you can shop Wayfair's insane holiday deals and get up to 70% off during their Black Friday deals.
You know what items I'm all ready for thanks to Wayfair?
What items?
Christmas napkins. It sounds silly, but I want them and I like them.
Get them.
Christmas, they've got little Christmas trees on them.
Get
and
them.
they're napkins.
Just
okay?
just have me over and make cookies. Like,
and you'll go, not my culture, when you like wipe your mouth, but that's fine. That's
no,
totally
I'll say
fine.
these are gorgeous.
Thank you. Don't miss out on saving big with Wayfair this holiday. Head to wayfair.com now to shop Wayfair's Black Friday deals. That's WAYFAIR.com.
You or Jayla?
Yo, they wanna know.
Hey,
Mia.
hey,
Mia.
hey. I want to be famous.
Welcome to Who Weekly, the podcast where you'll learn everything you need to know about the celebrities you don't. I'm Bobby Finger.
I'm Lindsay Weber.
And this is Rachel Zegler on the red carpet for Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
Saying what everybody was
What
thinking.
made you want to step into this world of DC heroes? I needed a job. I'm being so serious.
Best thing she's ever done. It's the best thing she's ever done. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have a counter?
I mean, I think she is a funny girl, and I think she stepped in shit,
funny.
but she's a back. Well, everybody was like,
Yeah.
Rachel Zegler's in Shazam, and she's like, I sure am, not sure, and I'll tell you why. And then pulled out her.
But I also
checkbook.
think people are like, Shazam is back? There's a Shazam sequel? Zachary Levi's an anti-vaxxer? What? Like, what's going on with
Question
this
mark,
place?
question mark, question mark. You know, it's like that meme with the girl with the question mark. She's like,
Yes. You know who else was on the red carpet for this movie, even though they weren't in the movie? Coco Jones.
Hi guys, so da-da-da-da. Yes, I did that. And you would do it too for a check. I was an employee. And I was gonna get employee of the month. And that's on period.
wait, she literally was there. Oh, there's a picture of her. She
was
literally
there. I
was
wasn't
there.
kidding.
Oh my God. And she was an employee. She wasn't actually an employee. Rachel Zegler was an employee.
She wasn't an employee. She was just there.
I was gonna
She's
employ for month.
currently, she's an employee on Peacock. She's in Bel Air. She's Hillary Banks.
Okay. Wow.
She's
She
Hillary.
kind of
She's
does
new
give
Hillary.
Hillary Banks. Wow. I didn't even.
She's
that's
a
good
perfect
casting.
Hillary.
Yeah. Incredible. Congrats to all the employees of Shazam 2 on their payments.
Sorry you had to work with Zachary Levi, but I hope you got paid well.
The check definitely. I mean, they're not getting paid on the success of the movie.
Brokeback Mountain has a movie, well, has a story, a movie. It had an opera, it had a musical, didn't it? And now it's going to be a play with music starring Lucas Hedges.
When was it a musical? An opera?
Maybe I'm just confusing it with the opera because it was an opera also.
Well, a play with music is a musical. So I don't know who they're playing here saying a play with music, but best of luck to you. You know what I mean? Songs by Dan Gillespie Sells implies that somebody has written music for them to sing.
Oh.
As
Okay,
opposed
maybe
to
they're
what
adding
you were
lyrics
implying.
to the
right.
music.
This is Who We Why because Ben is back and Lucas Hedges is the star.
Lucas Hedges is the star along with Mike Feist.
Speaking
in
of
West
Rachel
Side Story
Zegler.
with Rachel Zegler.
Yeah, no, I got it. Rachel Zegler's still dating her West Side Story co-star, I notice. Every time I see her, I'm like, oh, that's nice.
And Ben is still back with regards to Lucas Hedges. What I like about the promo image is that they didn't recreate the poster, the iconic poster, which, of course, everyone knows the Brokeback Mountain poster is an homage to the Titanic poster.
Of
They're
course.
not recreating the Brokeback Mountain
Why would
poster,
they?
but they're doing something similar with one of them looking down, one of them looking right, and then, but instead of embracing, it's Lucas is grabbing Mike's knee in a way that would make Michelle Williams go, excuse me?
Sure. And now we know why back in the day Lucas Hedges was spotted wearing those funky boots. He was auditioning for Brokeback Mountain.
He was auditioning.
Remember when he showed up in those boots?
He was auditioning.
Last time, where has he been?
I think that Lucas has been doing this sort of stuff.
Like
Living life, auditioning.
life, being in plays, or just
Yeah.
doing stuff that we haven't quite noticed as a culture, or that purposefully.
I think Lucas Hedges is trying to figure himself out.
I love that. And I loved those boots. So I'm so glad he continued the trend of boots. You know, he said boots.
I've gone from laughing at Lucas Hedges to just being like,
I'm never laughing
Lucas
at him.
Hedges rules.
I was never laughing at him.
No, just because of Ben is Back, just because of that movie and that poster and that movie. But that movie is famously good. The thing about that movie is that it's famously good.
Sure. It was more or less like the promotion of the movie. Like once you saw the movie, you were like, okay, you know, you're like, fine. Ben is
Julia
back.
is literally mother in it. It's fine.
No, but you're saying like you saw it and you were like, oh my God, Ben is back.
When he comes back, Lindsay, ugh.
Searching Lucas Hedges boots is like really funny. Does it come up immediately? Or how did you have to like do real search for that? Like
No, I literally Googled Lucas Hedges boots.
let me see. Wait, I just want to see if it like Lucas Hedges. Oh my God, number one, Luke. I wrote Lucas Hedges bots by accident, and still, did you mean Lucas Hedges boots? And then they are boots on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was when Lucas was walking around New York City with Tommy Dorfman.
I love that.
And they were holding hands in a very like.
We're maybe dating.
There was
way.
no one was saying they're dating, you know, because this really didn't happen again. This was just a friendly hand holding, which is why hand holding doesn't mean anything.
Well, they might have dated briefly, but it didn't last longer than this set of photos
last.
to like, you know, fill my memory with this time and then never again. So we had just Lucas Hedges boots. And now, I mean, honestly, sorry to Tommy, like only secondary in this photo. Lucas, the boots.
Lucas's boots, number one.
Lucas's boots.
But Lucas, you've been open about your sexuality, and I think you made a statement that is really important for young people to hear, because I think it's confusing for people. So will you tell people?
Yeah, so I was fortunate enough to be raised, I went to a progressive liberal arts school for my whole life, and in 6th grade I had a health teacher who presented the idea of sexuality existing on a spectrum, that it's not really that you exist 100% one thing and 100% the other. And from that moment on, I always identified myself as existing within that spectrum, and I see it as something that's more fluid and it's not as black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm confused whenever I'm around Ryan Reynolds or let's say. I can go on Justin Timberlake. I'm confused. Like, what's wrong with me?
I put this in the doc and Lindsay wrote, "Is this too themmy?"
Uh-huh.
Tyra Banks is exiting Dancing with the Stars after 3 seasons. I think it's time. I'm going to explain. This is my argument. It's themmy for the reasons I'm going to explain in 2 seconds.
You're going to say it's not themmy?
It isn't. I feel it's really time for me to focus on my business and my entrepreneurship and also producing more TV, but behind the scenes. I think it's time to graduate from the dance floor to the stock market floor, from the ballroom to the boardroom. I was sort of like, okay, well, what is she doing now? Is she still doing Smize Cream? And the answer is no. She's doing Smize and Dream. She renamed Smize Cream to Smize and Dream, and now she's going all in on ice cream. And when you ask, is this too themmy? I say this statement that Tyra gave is not themmy. Quote, "I am very aware of how the world sees me, and I know that it is not as an ice cream entrepreneur. And so to some, it seems crazy insane. But it's crazy insane amazing. Years from now, I wanted to be remembered as this woman who started this worldwide company, and then people will say, oh yeah, didn't she used to model once? I think this is sort of an argument here where she's saying, I don't want to be known for my themmy model adjacent behavior. I want to be known for something completely else. I'm starting over."
I'm sorry, but like enough with the ice cream. How did we even get here? If I came out of a time capsule and you were like, Tyra Banks has a business, I think ice cream would be like maybe 400th on that list.
A time capsule.
You know what I mean? If you said, if I came out of a time capsule and I was like, hey, oh my God, I'm new. I came out of a time capsule.
Wait, how long have you been in the time capsule?
Like since like America's Next Top Model was on air. Like when I watched
2007.
Yeah, like that. Like not long. And I came out and I'm like, oh my God, is America's Next Top Model on this week? Like when does that air now? And you were like, oh my God, Lindsay, oh, it's been so long. Tyra doesn't actually, that show's not on anymore. It's kind of problematic in a way actually. And she hosted Dancing with the Stars, blah, blah, blah. But she's really interested in her like entrepreneurial.
You're like, why are you saying the word problematic all the time?
I'm like, what does that even mean? I'm like, cancel culture. You'll have to explain it later. But and you're like, now she's an entrepreneur. She's like, she went to Harvard Business School, et cetera. And you were like, what's her business? I would never, ever say ice cream. The fact that we are still parading around this like farce of a business, I'm sorry. I can't. Smize Cream this is still, again, a stretch.
She renamed it. She rebranded it to Smize and Dream, which is so much worse.
I don't even get it. It doesn't even mean ice cream. Does it even mean ice cream anymore? It does.
Well, it does, but it has a Smize prize at the bottom of it. It's like a ball of cookie dough that's at the bottom of all the things.
Hidden truffle.
She's doing a lot of work. She's doing a lot of work in Abu Dhabi, which is really interesting. Like, she's doing a lot of the brand promotion and the like launch stuff in Abu Dhabi.
It's giving like I can't go back. You know what I mean? It's giving I've gone too far.
The brakes have broken. Someone cut the brake lines on her Smize and Dream, and she can't slow off.
I mean,
slow down.
It does feel like that, no?
Kind of.
So
listen to this.
What is Smize and Dream?
I have to read this. Smize and Dream is an inspirational, theatrical, dream-fulfilling company where entertainment and ice cream collide on a global scale.
Mean anything.
Founded by Tyra Banks. Smize and Dream's ice cream has a hidden truffle surprise in every cup, called the Smize Prize. Strategically located at the bottom of every luxurious serving, the Smize Prize is a tasty reward after some serious digging, a fun and delicious discovery that appeals to the kid in all of us. So I was like, that's kind of normal brand speak. Like, that's not interesting. Like, write a mission statement about an ice cream. I don't care. The next paragraph is amazing. It also symbolizes what our company stands for: empowering our worldwide community to dig deep and help each other reach their dreams via our Smize and Dreams mentorship programs.
Smize and Dreams is an inspirational, theatrical, dream-fulfilling company.
Dream-fulfilling company.
Where entertainment and ice cream collide.
It's kind of saying, she's like, it's Make-A-Wish.
But like,
I don't get it.
Is the ice cream funding any? See, she's trying to say like we're doing like Ben and Jerry meets what's the shoe company where they give a shoe, you buy a shoe, they give a shoe? What's it called?
Tom's.
Again? Yeah, it's like Cold Stone Creamery meets Tom's in some sort of grand aspirational way. But I'm gonna have to see the numbers. I'm gonna have to see the stats before I believe that this is. Before I believe this.
So that's natural for me. Now to the world, they're like, what? She's an ice cream entrepreneur? What is that about? But for me, it's following my passion. Like Smize and Dream is all about dreams, and this is my dream. I don't sleep. Like, I have been here, I have jet lag, and the jet lag is the most amazing thing because I can work in the middle of the night and keep working with America while I'm in the middle of the night. So when work is that, when it's happiness, I think it's right. And I have gone from being a fanatic of ice cream to a connoisseur and an expert. I understand moisture migration. I understand, UHT. I understand all of these different things about milk and cream that I never thought possible.
What's interesting is that her website and all of these other things, they don't really explain, like all of her promotional materials, they don't really explain how she's going to make people's dreams come true.
Yeah.
And I don't know that she's answered those questions yet.
Is she giving out money? Is that what this is? Like, do you get to like live your ice cream dreams? Like if you want to make ice cream, or is it just like any dreams? Or is it like
it doesn't say.
Yeah,
it doesn't say.
I'm not
It just says,
this.
I think that this is sort of, I really think that the connection to the UAE is like a major part of this, because she launched it like right pre-COVID, kind of post-COVID, and there was that weird LA pop-up. In this story on entrepreneur.com, it says, as a project to Flip International, a Dubai-based consultancy that's launched multiple F&B concepts in the UAE and beyond, Brunch and Cake, another company, came on Banks' radar when, on an earlier visit to the UAE, she got herself to dine at the restaurant with her family. Banks remembers having a great time at Brunch and Cake, and then they just DM'd her and were like, let's collaborate. And I think that they've put a lot of money into this Smize and Dream company that she may not have really seen coming. I think the way that this reads to me, she abandoned the idea, and it came back on her radar because there was an outside investor.
Well, that's what
from the UAE.
Dubai is very much
there's a lot of money there.
The living dream of like too much money, and we're like creating a mall. So it does make sense that like a Tyra Banks owned ice cream store would open in Dubai and like do well, because it's giving millions of milkshakes, but kind of a different version of that. And I think if anywhere millions of milkshakes could work in 2023, it would be in Dubai. Yeah, because it kind of makes sense.
In the Palm.
There's a glitz and there's a glamour, and like you're going there to like essentially be in a mall. I'm just talking about parts of Dubai, not the entire thing. I've never been.
You've chosen the UAE as your first global expansion outpost.
Yes.
What is it so special here, and why did you choose here for that?
Well, the first thing, so I teach personal branding at Stanford Business School, and the first thing I tell my students is different is better than better, right? So what is different? What is unique? How can you be on the forefront of something? Because I'm doing this and I know everybody is going to follow, right? So To me, the UAE stands for so much like progress. I talk about even the Museum of the Future. Who the hell has a Museum of the Future? I'm like, what is this?
Let's move on to more
What's
Spawn.
this? Yeah. Why are we back on this guy?
Timmy tried the new Chris Appleton shake at Erewhon.
I didn't even know this existed.
Basically, I made this drink in collaboration with Erewhon, packed with 17 ingredients, and it not only tastes great, but it gives you great-looking hair. How's it taste?
This is so delicious. And to know that you can put something in, because so many of the things that we do could really be affected positively or negatively by what we're putting into our body with food. So if you're having, you know, hair issues or you want more lustrous hair, I'm on your feeder, Chris. I'm going to drink that.
It's just about literally looking after your body as well. I mean, that's why I wanted to bring this out. It's got so many ingredients in, but one of my special little things that I put in is it has something called stanchion, which actually increases blood flow. We all know what that means.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a libido boost.
Oh, okay.
So not only great hair, it's going to give you a little
Chris,
a little
you know
pep in your
that
step.
I am libido challenged.
I thought you might like that one.
So, but how's your libido lately?
Yeah, it's pretty good, actually. I'm pretty good.
I didn't know it existed until Timmy texted us a photo from Erewhon that said Aphrodisiac by Chris Appleton.
We didn't pay for this, right? Timmy, we're not paying you for this.
No, Timmy,
I'm not giving you $19.
Don't bother sending the receipt.
Yeah,
We're not
don't
gonna
invoice me for a $19 drink. I'm happy to for other things, but not for this. I'm not paying for the Chris Appleton Aphrodisiac. Malk, Whip, liquid multivitamin, collagen, honey, flax oil, apple juice, sun potion, pearl, coconut, meat, banana, beet juice, pineapple, vanilla stevia, sea moss, blue magic. I don't know what the Sistanch, coconut flakes, pitaya powder. That is $19 of ingredients, though, to give it credit of, that's a lot of ingredients.
Timmy says it literally just tasted like blended apple, LOL.
I'm sure. All these celebrities love milkshakes. I mean, this is the new millions of milkshakes is like getting your own shake at Aphrodisiac. I'm sorry, at Erewhon.
Well, it's very rich wellness obsessive to be like, I need my sweet treat so special, but I need it to be healthy. It needs to be a $19 Erewhon milkshake.
But like Kim Kardashian wouldn't be caught dead these days, like selling a milkshake. She'd have to sell like a tonic.
She'd be caught dead drinking it, Lindsay. She drank Chris Appleton's apple.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Oh, Kim did. She said the Chris Appleton one. Why is his name? At Chris Appleton one smoothie from Erewhon Market is so sweet and delicious. If I was a singer, I feel like this room has good acoustics. What does that mean?
I think
what does
she
that do with
means
the drink?
Freaky kitchen.
What?
I don't know.
What does that have to do with the drink?
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
But then because she posted a Instagram story promoting Chris Appleton's Aphrodisiac, she got this Sun headline, not smooth. Kim Kardashian slammed as out of touch for demanding fans buy $19 smoothing at luxury LA grocery store.
She didn't really demand that they buy it.
She didn't demand
But
anything.
I do think it should be illegal to post about one of these smoothies without saying they cost $19. Like that, that's that you really have to. You know what I mean? And I've spent a lot of money on smoothies, but never $19. I would have to turn around.
I just can't believe that dating Lucas Gage
immediately got this guy
inventing a smoothie for Erewhon is enough to get on the Drew Barrymore show. And I know that he has his own job as a hairstylist, a very famous and successful hairstylist, but that's his talking point on his episode of Drew Barrymore. His Aphrodisiac and
Did you
Lucas
see
Gage.
The first point in the Sun article was that she promoted this expensive drink. The second point in this article is that she has an excessive garden. Did you see that? One critic wrote, feels excessive, but hey, what isn't when it comes to the Kardashians? Everyone got mad because she had an extensive garden.
Because she has a pomegranate tree?
Yeah, she has artichokes, avocados, apples. Well, she lives in California. Apricots in her huge backyard. Then she filmed a pomegranate tree and an orange tree and a bunch of fresh jasmine. One critic said, feels excessive.
People said, seems excessive?
It's like, honey,
what do you expect from Kim Kardashian other than excess?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. It's true. But then they follow that up with, that she came under fire for letting her daughter, North 9, decorate her Christmas tree with $100 bills, which I agree is a little excessive.
God. The British tabloid, British media can make 1,000-word story out of a single bot comment being trash.
You don't even need to say anything anymore as the thing. All you can say is fans say.
Yes.
She looks like shit.
Fans call her out of touch. Oh, really? Kim Kardashian is out of touch? Stop the presses.
Stop the presses.
Speaking of stop the presses cannot handle, well, Hollywood life. So who was that? Bonnie Fuller. Bonnie Fuller cannot handle Pax J-P being 19 years old and going for a solo grocery run in LA. They can't stand him being alone.
I was dying just because
he's walking his dog alone.
I saw this one headline and I was laughing because he like, it's Pax J-P 19 lifts shirt to reveal tone abs. And in the pictures, you can't tell whether he's like lifting them for the photographers, though I highly doubt that he's doing that, or he's just like walking and like
sweat.
The shirt kind of came up and they caught it like in a split moment. You know what I mean? Like he's not like showing off his abs. But then that article links to like every other time they've also covered him out. It's like, this isn't the first time he's been out. He also went grocery shopping last week. He also walked his dog. He also and it's just every article links to every article. Hollywood Life is literally obsessed with getting photos of Pax J-P.
Well, now that he's an adult, it's like, okay, we feel more emboldened to just write about him alone.
But obviously,
because
it's also a lead in to like, because half of these headlines are like amid Brad Pitt's new romance, amid, allegations made against Brad
Pitt's accusations of domestic assault, There's so many stories about Pax J-P. I just wonder we don't really know what he wants to do yet. Not that he has to do anything, but it's interesting that he's getting truly just like simple coverage of being out and about. There's no like, he's starting a music career. He wants to be an artist. He wants to be a photographer. He wants to go to college. Like, we're not really getting much about like his actual personality and his desires.
Yeah, no.
It's just classic pop walks.
No. I mean, we're just getting like the straightest forward coverage, which is like, we caught him out, which is why all of these articles are like, he's going solo. He's walking to the gym. He's walking to the grocery store. That's how you can tell they literally have nothing, because it's just
he's walking a dog.
Yeah, it's walking.
Well, there was a brief sort of story on page 6 where they got an exclusive saying that he was becoming an artist under a pseudonym of Embetto, EMBTTO.
What's that? Oh,
and then that was quickly debunked. They were like, no, never mind, that's not him.
So they were like, he's an artist making work or whatever, and then they were like, no, he's not?
Yes.
Okay.
And then they realized it was not working. A spokesperson for Angelina Jolie is the one who said, the report is false. Pax is not working as an artist under a pseudonym. I feel like it takes a lot to get an official statement out of Angelina Jolie, and she was willing to give an official statement here. She was like, do not make up lies about my son, please. Bye.
Yes.
But it was like, the person that they thought he was going to have a show in Tel Aviv, and it was like very detailed, and then Angelina had to say, that's not my son, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking of the wrong person.
Mm-hmm. That's not my son.
What's next?
That's not my son.
Not my son. I'm sorry. That's not my son.
Moving on. I was also, speaking of like people that I feel like that are kind of, maybe it's almost the opposite of the Pax J-P thing, but someone who is covered in a way that is so breathless and weird, almost like Shelly Miscavige, like Rob Kardashian. I'm sorry, I just had to reveal who it was. I feel like I'm dragging it out. Rob Kardashian is like, it's giving, where is she? Where is Shelly? Not as in Scientology, I would guess, would be more of a scary situation than Rob. Rob's just like living in a basement somewhere, like not getting photographed. But I do think...
No, he's just living in a mansion.
But I do think I do think that the Kardashians actively trade and pay to avoid getting him, which he doesn't want, in like photos or in any sort of media. It feels like it would be very easy to capture him, and the interest is obviously there because you're seeing all these headlines like, exclusive, how Rob Kardashian is balancing fatherhood work amid great new chapter. And whenever they post photos of him, they're always old photos. There is like a weird reclusive thing about him now. I think since the Black China thing, and then that involving a lot of like the weight loss gain drama, which is fucking ridiculous and sad, but it's true. He literally is like being written about as this ghost.
And the fact that the photos are always old does make the articles extra weird and creepy. Because
and it's like he's getting press for nothing, because like he's not promoting anything. Don't you dare bring up his sock company. But he's not
I won't say it.
He's not actually actively promoting anything. What he's promoting is like his reputation, because his kid is in photos all the time. What he's promoting is his reputation, which is weird.
Because that Black China lawsuit, they won. Like, Black China lost. She got nothing out of it. She actually just was interviewed. She was just interviewed on TikTok by some, what's his name? I put it in here. Oh, Mr. Lewis on TikTok, like earlier this month, last month, where she was like, I'm basically broke. This sucks. My life sucks. Meanwhile, Rob Kardashian is just turning 36 and everyone's happy with him, and he owns several successful businesses inside his entrepreneurial endeavors. And it's like, why is any of this getting published in March 2023? And it's like, because the Kardashians still have a really good relationship with the press.
Yeah, exactly.
We're keeping up with Rob Kardashian. The reality star, who likes to keep a bit of a lower profile than his famous family, is turning 36 on March 17th, and E! News has exclusive new details about how Rob is starting the year off strong.
I mean, he was accused of actual violence in the Blac Chyna stuff, but you're not seeing any of that
He
here.
sure was.
You
Well,
know?
they got that vacuumed up, and it's what's interesting too is like, guess who else has been in the press recently for an interesting change of lifestyle? Blac Chyna, who is getting her fillers dissolved and her butt and boobs taken out, which great, whatever you want to do. There, I saw something today that was like, there's a weird religious angle here. She's also like, I'm quitting OnlyFans, like I'm trying to figure out my life in a different way, but then there was kind of this religious undertone to it all. I haven't quite figured it out. I don't know if there's anything to really figure out, but that's an interesting thing to be in the press for. The almost backlash to what the Kardashians hath wrought,
I hadn't considered that until you said it, but like I wonder what the quid pro quo is. It's like, are they providing just insider sources? Are they just saying,
I think
like
a lot of stuff. It's got to be a lot of stuff.
It's like, we won't give you photos, but we have this exclusive quote to E! News, and I know that the Kardashians are no longer on E!, but like, you got to assume that relationship still exists because it's good for both parties. He's doing great and focusing on being the best father to Dream. They spend an incredible amount of time together and with the whole family. And the subtext there is, Dream spends the time with us, not Blac Chyna.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I hate to say it, but I think it's like to keep custody of Dream too. Like there's a lot of kind of like negotiation going on over this kid. Like Dream is really a part of their family, and I think they're always vaguely scared that Blac Chyna will do something, and she has every right to see her kid and do what be a mother and do whatever. But I do think that they're still like living a little bit on the edge with her, and they know that.
And these birthday wishes, I checked the sort of archives
This is like for the judge, almost, these articles. It's like press for like...
No, exactly. And
reputation press. It's weird.
So are these Khloe Kardashian like Instagram captions about Rob. Like I checked the past birthday months of Rob's to see if these women, his sisters, write these kinds of effusive birthday captions every year for him, and they do. So this isn't actually new, but it's still kind of jarring or interesting to read this post from... This is from Chris on his birthday. You are one of the most amazing humans I know in life. You are so kind, loving, smart, creative, generous, giving, and one of the nicest and most humble men I've ever known. You are the greatest dad in the world. You are so amazing and fabulous with Dream. You make sure her every need and desire is taken care of constantly, and you do it with such joy, passion, consistency, and love. Your Honor. Right. It definitely ends as this. This is all about Dream.
Like,
You're right.
It's almost like updating the case file. God, that's dark. But like it kind of is. It really is. Like they're all just like reminding you what a good father he is, right? Oh, he turned 30. Like
so that like, if at any point in the future one of their lawyers can be like, Your Honor, on March 19th, 2023, the defendant's mother, Chris,
said he was a good father.
Rob is, quote, amazing and fabulous with Dream and makes sure her every need and desire is taken care of constantly.
Yeah, it's so...
It's very dark.
Yeah.
It's somehow, even when they are trying to make the Rob story as light and as happy and as positive as possible, there's an undercurrent of like extreme unpleasantness.
The curiosity of what he quote unquote looks like is upheld by the mysteriousness of the mystery of his everyday life, right? And how these people post themselves nonstop, and yet they have this family member who is literally never photographed. It's very weird.
I don't believe that he is a recluse and doesn't leave the house. Like,
right. I do think he must. And then there's some sort of trade-off.
We'll give you these statements and we'll give you other stuff in lieu of you posting Rob.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's Shelly? That's what I'm trying to say. Bobby, where's Shelly? Do you know?
Did you go?
Oh.
No, I don't. I don't have any idea.
Oh.
I also don't have any idea whether or not you went to... I know you told me you were going to, but I'm not sure if you made it. Did you make it to Delilah Belle's single release party in West Hollywood over the weekend? Or did you not make it?
I skipped it. I couldn't make it out there.
Okay.
Yeah, she like... I got the invite.
Amelia
and I thought I was going, and... Oh, yeah, and then I wasn't going to happen.
I'm sorry.
Love her new single, Nothing Lasts Forever. Since when is one of the Hamlin girls releasing music? When did we pivot? When did we pivot?
Nothing lasts forever. The pain can't stand the weather. Even when the aches in my head and I'm chained to this bed, I still tell myself that one day I'll be better. Nothing lasts forever.
I mean, what are the options? What are the options?
Well, they both were models at one point, right? 2 minutes ago, and now one of them is a singer. Okay, fine.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised by any Nepo baby to try their hand.
One of them got
at-
face transplant. I'm not going to say the specifics. I don't know, but one of them, I think, who's still a model, she got face transplant. Right? That's not Delilah, the other one. Right? Amelia. Wait.
Yeah, I think.
Amelia. What are you laughing at? Face transplant? She, whatever. Like,
I feel like I'm not allowed to comment on that, but like, you're right. It kind of does look like she got a face transplant.
I'm not saying I don't like to comment on whatever specific things. You can go to Instagram and find. There's no accusations here about medication or procedures. I'm just saying when you look like you got a face transplant, you just like look like you did. Liam from One Direction. I don't know what's going on there, but somebody got a face transplant. I don't know how it happened, but the lifestyle changed, as they say. Sometimes your lifestyle changes.
Something looks different.
Something looks different.
Something seems different.
Okay. As the tabloids would say, and never be specific about it, unrecognizable. In all caps.
Unrecognizable is sort of like innocuous, right? All things considered, it's a little innocuous.
I'm trying to take a page from the rule book of tabloids in which you don't get specific about these things because they are a little bit like, I don't want to deal with like your body issues or whatever, and you can do whatever you want, but personally I find you unrecognizable. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're not adding any sort of value judgment to it.
No,
you're not qualifying it in any way. You're just saying
extremely objective.
Amelia Gray Hamlin is unrecognizable now.
Yes.
Amelia Gray Hamlin was unrecognizable at her sister Delilah's single release party in West Hollywood.
Thank you for saying that.
Do you know where it was? It was on your invite, wasn't it? Hotel Ziggy? It was at Hotel Ziggy.
Oh my God, that's where they had the Vanderpump Rules party in this latest season at this hotel, this disgusting hotel called Hotel Ziggy.
It looks really gross. Like every photo inside looks
It's
disgusting.
giving Melrose Place, like someone's about to fall in the pool, and drown.
You know what it's giving? Sticky floors.
It's giving sticky floors.
What do you think though about we don't talk about the Hamlin girls much, which
we're
is kind of
still talking
surprising,
about
but I
them?
think it's because of their Real Housewives adjacency. It seems like it's sort of
Well, Lisa's now out.
It's not our beat.
Well, Lisa's now out, and Harry Hamlin technically, him and Lisa were stars pre Beverly Hills. So
Yeah.
I always think about if they weren't in that, if she wasn't in that show, these kids are still technically kind of Hollywood nepotism. So it kind
Yeah.
of works, but you're right. Like, I try not to, plotline aside, I do think that they're notable because it's rare since it's like giving very Gigi Bella that we have like sister models that are both nepotism and like making their way uptown,
Yeah.
That's as a metaphor.
Also why I kind of find the Delilah and Amelia Hamlin stories a little boring because it's like, okay,
All right.
I'm sure she's going to be a good model and I'm sure she was going to release a couple of bops that like you'll play at your house one time and I'll be like, oh, this is that Amelia Gray Hamlin song, Delilah Hamlin song. That's actually fine.
I
Delilah
do
Belle.
love Harry Hamlin like as and I'm sure this is not even accurate, just kind of as like the what have I done vibe. It's like, oh God, like looks around like, what have I done?
Hey, he just got cast in 80 for Brady. I think he's happy.
No, he was kind of hot in that.
He's just an aging 80s hunk.
He is an 80s hunk. He's an
Whose
aging 80s hunk.
career was iconically ruined by starring in a gay movie. He'll always have respect for that.
And he married Lisa Rinna. So, like, there's a lot going on here.
And then his life became a gay movie. So, like,
I don't know. I been through a lot of changes.
Oh, yeah? What kind of changes?
Changes.
I don't know. Why don't you tell me?
What are you trying to get at?
What are you trying to get at?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get at anything.
Oh, no? You brought it up.
Well, I just meant that I'm happy, that's all.
Ah.
What about you, pal? You happy?
For the most part, yeah.
Oh, yeah? What about the other part?
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Can't imagine it any other way. WhoWeekly.us is a Squarespace. It will always be a Squarespace. We love our Squarespace.
Even if they said no more advertising on this podcast, we would still have it be a Squarespace because honestly, it's just the easiest, sanest way to have a website on the internet at this point.
Yeah. I really can't think of another option.
No, I wouldn't even know how to do another option at this point. It's like it is a perfect way. I know they have all the features I need. If there's a new feature that I need somehow in the future, I know that they're going to have it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say there's something we need to do on this website that I can't even think of right now. I know that
As
in the future
technology advances,
that they will have our
I
back.
trust that Squarespace will keep up.
Well, because right now it's like, you know, we have our tour dates that we're able to change on a whim,
Very
which we
easily.
need to. But Squarespace does plenty of other things. They've got, you know, you could do a course, you could host a course, you could do analytics, you could do email campaigns, you can take payments, you can sell stuff. I mean, it's like
sell stuff
we could do whatever we wanted on Squarespace, and I am actually comforted knowing that I could do that in the future.
Yeah.
So head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/who and save 10% on your first purchase of a website or domain. That's 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Love my CB distillery. It helps me sleep. I love my they're called gummies. They have gummies and gummies. The gummies don't quite put me to sleep, but the gummies do put me to sleep. And I take them most nights, to be honest.
You do. I know you do because you tell me about it every time. You're like, well, that worked. And
I
for
know.
Bobby, nothing seems to be working. So this is an incredible breakthrough for you.
Genuinely a huge breakthrough for me. CB Distillery's targeted formulations are made from the highest quality, clean ingredients. No fluff, no fillers, just pure, effective CBD solutions designed to help support your health. In 2 non-clinical surveys, 81% of customers experienced more calm, 80% said CBD helped with pain after physical activity, and an impressive 90% among them, myself, said they slept better with CBD. So if you struggle with a health concern and haven't found relief, make the change like I did to CB Distillery. And with over 2 million customers and a solid 100% money-back guarantee, CB Distillery is the source to trust. We have a 20% discount code to get you started. Visit cbdistillery.com and use code WHO for 20% off. That's cbdistillery.com, code WHO. cbdistillery.com. I slept in a terrible bed at one of our dates this story. I won't reveal where it was because I don't want to be super rude, but the bed was absolutely horrendous. Big dip in the middle. I was always like rolling into the center. It was so bad. My back hurt so bad when I woke up. And guess what? When I got home, my favorite part of being home was getting in bed.
Yeah,
I
you
was
were like back
finally,
into my mattress.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's a real bed that was chosen for me based on a quiz, the Helix quiz.
Right. And sometimes when people use my mattress, they're like, that's a little soft. And I'm like, yeah, it's made for me, not for you.
For you.
Which actually even drives home the fact that it's so made for me. You know what I mean? I kind of relish in the fact. I mean, I don't want my friends to be uncomfortable, but I'm like, I kind of am like celebrating the fact that it's like for my body, not for yours.
Mm-hmm. I just sleep so much better on my own mattress than literally any other mattress. And that's because Helix mattresses rock. I wake up, my back doesn't hurt. I wake up, I don't have night sweats. I wake up and I'm thrilled. I wake up and I say, I love you, Helix.
That's
so
incredible.
If you want to experience the joy that I experience every
time
I get in bed,
the
and
satisfaction,
every time I get out of bed, you should go to helixsleep.com/who because you will get 25% off site-wide plus 2 free dream pillows with any mattress purchase. Plus, get a free bedding bundle, which includes 2 dream pillows, a sheet set, and a mattress protector with any Luxe or Elite mattress order at helixsleep.com/who. That's helixsleep.com/who.
Tessa Thompson telling lies and
Here's why I don't have evidence. I think that people can be idiosyncratic.
I don't know whether this is a lie or not, but what it gives is me in middle school lying. And that's all I have to say. All I can speak from is my own experience of being a liar, my lying era, my fibbing era. And this
Every time you mention your lying era, I lose it. Because I can picture it perfectly.
It just gives lying, my lying era, because you're lying about stupid shit
and you're lying about so much.
But you're lying about something that makes you sound a little bit more interesting. Therefore, it's not ever anything that consequential or that could really, it's a little Jamila-ish. You know what I mean? And then the lies, they kind of don't catch up to you because they're about things that no one in their right mind would ever figure out unless you're a famous person, right? So Jamila, people are kind of like, oh God, girl, you're selling some things that don't actually add up. But if I were telling those lies in middle school, no one's figuring that out. No one's going to know whether I never had a hamburger, but that is something I would lie about.
So Tessa Thompson said, and she said this before, but it's gone viral again because she said it on the Oscars red carpet.
She said this before?
Yes.
Oh,
she
God.
said it last year.
All right.
On Bon Appetit.
All right.
Never had a hamburger in my life.
What?
Huh?
Are you veggie?
No.
Oh, what do you mean?
I
You
eat
just-
other things. I've just never had a hamburger.
How is that? How is
I
that
don't
possible
know.
in
It's-
this world?
I don't know.
You've never had a hamburger.
It's the only thing extraordinary that I can still
That's
claim.
actually-
She says that she's never had a hamburger, and only recently, like last year, she hadn't had an egg, but as of this year, she had an egg. But she still claims, Tessa Thompson, who is
39 years old.
She's so cuspy, but I do think she is a them.
Really? I think maybe she is.
She is. She
Okay.
is.
All right.
She is.
She
But
has
this
been
is-
kept up this lie for a long time, so maybe it
She
is
should
the
have
truth.
left this behind. When she graduated into themdom, she should have
said-
abandoned this lie.
She doesn't need to keep talking about this. She's a them, you know? Like, she doesn't
No.
need to keep saying, I've never had a hamburger.
This is-
Girl, you can just be like,
this
I'm a
is Huey
celebrity.
behavior.
Yeah.
I'm a celebrity, get me out of this conversation. You know, like, I don't need to be talking about whether or not I've had a hamburger.
Yeah, literally.
Get off the podcast. Get off this this sort of fork in the interview path. She claims she's never had a hamburger. The only reason
Yeah.
that I think that this is sus, because everyone has their weird idiosyncrasies, and everyone has these weird facts about themselves that are like, obviously, I'm not going to question whether or not something is true or not. I have a hard time believing this one, though, swallowing this one, so to speak, because she's a Marvel star. How else do these people get their protein? Like, you know, like, wouldn't you be reaching for protein wherever you
She's
can
not like
get it?
bulking up like, you know, Chris Hemsworth.
Scroll down. She gained 15 pounds of muscle for the Valkyrie role. I just feel like, I'm sure there are obviously plant-based protein sources. You can
Yeah,
just
there
eat a
are.
bunch of chicken breasts. I'm just like,
Is she even like vegan, or is this just like a random, like, because not eating hamburger or egg, oh, she's not vegetarian or vegan, says Today Show.
she's not. Yeah, she's not.
Because I would be
Yeah.
more forgiving of like you know, that being a thing about you if you were a vegetarian or
If you're a
vegan.
vegan.
But also,
Mhm.
like, I'm sorry, when you were a kid, your parents never just like fed you eggs. How did you avoid that? That's a lie.
I don't know how you. I understand avoiding a hamburger because I know people who think that like ground beef and like ground meat is like really nasty to think about. Where it's like, I can't even think about a hamburger because ground beef grosses me out. Like the hamburger I sort of buy. Eggs is harder to buy because eggs are in everything. But she does say in one interview, she's like, no, I mean like just an egg. She was like, I probably had egg and stuff, but like just an egg, I hadn't had one until recently.
Yeah.
Again, the only reason I'm sus about it is when you are bulking for Marvel, I'm just like, I imagine these people just getting IVs of protein. Not that you can take in protein like that, but like, it just seems crazy to me.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm bulking.
Yes.
I'm bulking.
You're right. It's like it is these very typical protein sources seem to be very targetedly not in her diet. Well, now she ate egg. She ate
egg.
Yeah.
In the past year, she's ate
That's
egg.
nice. Okay.
I just think that, yes, to bring it back to the who-them conversation, this is the kind of thing that Tessa Thompson doesn't need to be talking about anymore.
I mean.
But it's also humanizing and funny. So
It's also
maybe
like she
maybe I'm wrong.
definitely told it to what's her face, Chicken Shop Girl. So it probably came up because we're talking about chicken, we're talking about food, we're talking about whatever. I think it
Mhm.
is a little bit more natural when you're kind of talking to someone whose whole entire thing is like food shtick interviews, you know?
Right. Because Chicken Shop Girl cannot handle it.
It's not
when she
Tessa's
reveals
fault this came up, but I do think she needs to stop saying it because I keep on reading it being like, I need to debunk this, but like there's nothing to debunk.
Right. Oh God, that's another reason.
Just giving
because
lie.
remember when
Yeah.
when all of Jamila Jamil's alleged lies got allegedly debunked, and
Yeah.
it was like a whole thing that was probably kind of irritating for her.
Well, then she spoke out against that whole thing, and it's just a circle of
Mm-hmm.
hell, which means it wasn't even worth it to try and debunk them. Like, yes, obviously it's worth it to
Yes.
know that she's lying, but then when that gets back to her, you only receive backlash from her being like, oh, you're calling women liars? And it's like, oh my God, no, I'm calling you liar. And it's
only
a
other
lose,
thing now that I'm thinking about it.
Lose. What's the point of this?
Remember when she was in the throuple thing with Rita and Taika, and they like posed together and like triple kissed? You know what
Yeah.
this is also giving that like this could also be? This
Yeah.
could be I'm playing jokes. I'm Rita
I'm
and
a joking
Taika. I'm Robert
girly.
Pattinson. I'm a Robert Pattinson. You know?
I guess, but what's funny about
It could
this?
be that.
What's funny? Is it funny? I guess it's funny. I don't know. Is it funny?
It's a little funny.
Okay.
Mostly it just feels hooey.
Okay.
It feels
Well,
like she's
we've
beyond
not talked about two thems this episode. I'm like not loving this. Okay.
What? So we should so we should talk about Noah Schnapp or something?
Yeah, I heard he launched Tenderfix. What is that? What the fuck is that?
No. He designed a plant-based and chicken menu with Tenderfix, which is available in delivery apps across the country.
Tessa Thompson would eat
This is an exclusive in the Hollywood Reporter.
Regular or plant-based chicken, 7 days a week, all day and late night. Tenderfix.
Is this a ghost kitchen? It's definitely giving ghost kitchen.
I'm excited to partner on this delivery-only chicken restaurant, Tenderfix. It's important to me to have something on the menu for everyone, so we have tenders, sandwiches, sliders, and delicious Morningstar Farms plant-based options for delivery nationwide from your favorite apps.
No offense, but they're not that it makes a difference, but they're serving this out of a Chuck E. Cheese. You know, you are getting your tender fix, but this is definitely this is ghost kitchen, for sure.
It's ghost kitchen.
Interesting for Noah to be the star of this. Is this like what's next for him? Is this like what the journey is? I know he's in the new movie that's called like The Tutor, where he's like scary, right?
The Tutor. Yeah, The Tutor.
Where he's like rude to a tutor.
What this seems like to me is this is someone's manager or agent that was like, just do this.
Yeah.
This is really easy and you'll make a lot of money really quickly.
Right.
Just do it.
Right.
It's fine.
Right.
This won't do anything to your reputation. Just do it.
Well, it's just like easy money. You like chicken. You talk about chicken a few times.
Mm-hmm.
You're already promoting your movie, The Tutor.
The Tutor. It's like we need to get like 8 photos of you over the span of 12 months. That's all you need to do.
Also, I'm seeing this is not his first food venture. Stranger Things Noah Schnapp has a head for business. The 17-year-old Stranger Things star discusses his hazelnut spread brand. What's that? What's that? What is that? What is that?
It's the Nutella competitor.
It's called TBH. He serves as an advisor for a new creator app called Roll.
This is the same manager that's like, you got to corner the market on sustainable products.
Oh my God.
Morningstar Farms plant-based meals and the chicken thing. See, but now this is irritating. Now there's already a contradiction because he launches TBH, the palm oil-free hazelnut spread. And then he's like, we need to focus on sustainability. And then he partners with this company to sell chicken sandwiches. You know, like there's a bit of a conflict there.
I just want to say something though.
What?
He has better business sense and more good business sense than Tyra Banks. I'm sorry, I just went to TBH and this is a whole Smize Green wishes they had this kind of product. I was shocked and bummed when I peeked behind the curtain and learned what went into the product, and even worse, what it took away from us. Hazelnuts aren't the main ingredients, and the amount of sugar alone made me realize I wasn't doing myself any favors. And ultimately, palm oil is responsible for mass deforestation, and that's something I could not support. I refused to imagine a world without my favorite snack, so I started working on TBH, an honest hazelnut cocoa spread that's better for you and better for the planet. Oh, and it's freaking delicious. Oh, fuck yeah, I gotta get this.
This is really clever. Management they're getting him to like corner this market for the youth market where it's like young people are interested in this sort of like sustainable food choices.
Sure.
So
also,
let's
palm
get
oil
this guy
does
aligned
fucking
with it.
suck. He is right. Fuck palm oil.
Yeah, I know that's the only bad thing about Woman King, but they didn't know.
Oh my God, they didn't know. Come on, they didn't know.
At the end, when they like changed their entire like,
they
changed their entire kingdom by being like, we're gonna focus on palm oil now. It's like, you know what? It's fine now.
$11 a jar. All right.
You didn't know.
Okay.
You didn't know.
All right. I'm just saying, I like the chicken thing more now that I see that he's like in the food industry, kind of. You know, he's doing lots of stuff within food. And isn't he also gay? That's cool.
Yeah, he recently came out.
Yeah.
He's gay and he has a But see, here's the thing. Do you understand though why I find there's sort of a weird conflict here to go from sustainability to
chicken.
This kind of
like kinda. You're right.
Chicken?
Yeah.
I find that a little weird. Like, it would have been different if it had been only, like, fake chicken.
I mean...
You know? I love chicken. Beckham watch.
Nicole Peltz Beckham wants to know why no one ever writes the nice things.
This is so boring.
It really was. It really didn't. It didn't really help things here. I know. You love her.
Who wrote this? Madeline Frank Reeves. She tried.
Well,
this sucks.
It's funny because what you love about her is like there's not a trace of that in here, you know? And she's fighting against this reputation that she thinks that she had. And maybe she does have it, but it's kind of what gives her that interesting edge. Yeah. Otherwise, like there's not much going on.
The most interesting thing about her, to me,
yeah.
is that she is the proud, fierce, dominant alpha to Brooklyn's deep beta.
Deep beta.
You know,
Deep
like
beta.
she just seems like she is so in control of a literal Beckham in a way that like is really delightful.
Mm-hmm.
And in this, there's not a hint of edge. You know, like it's just like we were talking about 2 weeks ago when she posted the birthday photos of herself for Brooklyn. There's an undercurrent of like spiciness there. There's a ferocity there. There's like there's a wink there.
Where she's dimming
She does.
it.
She does not wink in this piece at all. She
No.
never once winks
There's
to
no
this writer.
fun. There's no glamour.
Nope.
There's no excess. And it's like, I'm sorry, you're like a billionaire girly. Like, give us some excess. Give us some glamour. Give us some fun.
And I understand why she would want to say, because at one point she like dispels the rumors about Victoria. She's like, there was never a feud there. I don't
Sure,
understand why people thought there
fine,
was a feud there.
whatever.
Fine, say that. Cool. No one really believed that anyway, I don't think. They just thought it was funny to imagine.
Yeah.
But like, I don't mind that she wanted to sort of clear the air there, but everything else is just like the nicest, happiest Ted Lasso ass bullshit you've ever
Liar.
seen. And it's like,
Lies.
oh God, this is so boring.
Yeah, it doesn't give us anything.
I get why
to
this is good for your
know
brand
you
deals,
by.
but
Right, and that even the headline kind of says it foreshadows a defensive-ness, but then you don't even get the defending, which is what I actually want to hear is kind of like, well, why do you think you have a bad reputation? Why did this happen? Where did this come from? I don't know.
Like what did happen in the Peltz house of
Address
horrors?
that.
You know, like
What is it like growing up extraordinarily wealthy? I don't know, because she's told to like stay away from that thing, you know, and then she of course gets into the dog stuff, and I'm sorry, that's just incredibly boring, you know.
But then you also have to think about the timing here, and I know that print requires a pretty significant lead time, but still, this. I don't think it's all that much of a coincidence that this is dropping. Like Nicole Peltz as the nice girl that everyone's wrong about is dropping at the same time that her father is suing those wedding planners, you know?
Yeah. I mean, there is lead time on this stuff, pretty significant. So, especially for like a Cosmo cover. So, I don't know. But the thing has been going on.
The tone of the interview is just so.
The lawsuit has been going on for a while now, though. So
you should read it. I was reading this and feeling very sad for the people who had to put this together.
Yeah.
She's a whole lot of nothing in this, and I feel like she was holding herself back because to me she's a queen.
Right. What else we got here? Oh, well, that's just more stuff. Romeo Beckham
cozies
up to his girlfriend
Mia Reagan as he poses for sweet snaps with her family as their dog Simba
ahead of Mother's Day. David Beckham joins son Cruz and his girlfriend Tana Holding in the stands as they cheer on Romeo's Brentford B team, but footballers left on the bench as they beat Arsenal's under 21s. Oh my God, the headlines are getting a little bit sporty for me. I gotta say.
Isn't Dana like? Sorry, isn't Cruz like
12?
15?
No, Harper is young. These boys are older.
Okay, Cruz. Because like, why do I care about this girlfriend? How old is he? Oh, he's 18. Okay, that's why they're doing it. I can't get enough. Victoria Beckham makes another cheeky quip about husband David's sticky stuff as she watches him check his honey supply.
I can't get
Don't
enough.
call honey sticky
Wait,
stuff,
that's
okay?
fucking
Do not call honey sticky stuff.
Wait, I'm sorry. Was she making a joke about like cum?
Humor. Victoria Beckham couldn't resist making another cheeky quip about husband David's precious sticky stuff on Saturday as she watched him check his honey supply. Yeah, that's what she's doing. She's joking. And then there's a photo of David laughing in front of his beehives. And then he captions it, another one of Victoria Beckham's sticky stuff jokes.
Stop it. Brooklyn Beckham fears Nicole Peltz is too good for him and wonders why she married him. Foreshadow ass. Nicole Peltz Beckham confesses silly sleeping arrangements with husband Brooklyn at $11 million home.
Well, that's at the Cosmo story, because the Cosmo story is like, our friends come over and we sleep all over the house. Sometimes Brooklyn sleeps on the couch.
That's so
sometimes I
silly.
sleep on the couch. Sometimes our friends sleep in our beds. We're just so funny and fancy and young.
All right. This week's kind of a flop in Beckham watch, I gotta say. Nicola,
know.
I'm gonna need more lawsuits or something. Yeah,
And she should give mother. That's the thing about Nicole Peltz Beckham.
I know, but it's a weird tightrope. She's trying to get something. There's a wholesome image she's trying to maintain, but it goes against what we like about her.
Yeah, but it's also like you have to be like this person if you want to get brand deals. We were texting about this over the weekend. It's
But I
like
just
it
gotta
sucks,
say,
but she's doing it to
Remember how I told you she looks like Vanessa, the evil mermaid from Little Mermaid?
from Little Mermaid. Yeah,
Like, she needs to lean into that.
Evil Ursula.
That's what she looks like. You look like Vanessa. Lean in. I'm sorry. Have I said that before, or did I say that about somebody else?
You've said it before. I think you've said it a few times, but it's funny and it's very true.
Okay, she really looks like her.
So Lindsay, I need you to stop
I'm stopped.
texting me about Shawn Mendes and Sabrina Carpenter because it's not happening. Here's straight from Shawn's mouth.
I'm not texting you about
We are not dating, but I think we should talk about Tommy Hilfiger probably more than Sabrina. But thanks.
Is he like, I'm dating Tommy Hilfiger? Is that like what?
He said, I'm not dating Sabrina. I think we should talk about Tommy Hilfiger probably because he's talking about his Tommy Hilfiger collaboration.
Good deflection.
Yeah.
God, this
straight out of Shawn Mendes' mouth.
This pairing, this
there's a joke there somewhere, but I don't really want to get into it.
I'm not gonna say it. This organized pairing, the thing that their record labels or somebody is doing is just, it's not really fooling anyone, is it? Although maybe it was fooling because people are asking, are you dating Sabrina Carpenter?
No, this is so irritating because it's like, okay, you got your, presumably, allegedly, seemingly, you seemingly got your management and your record labels to organize a pop walk for the two of you so that you get headlines that you're maybe dating. And then when someone brings it up, you're like, I don't want to talk about that actually. We should probably talk about Tommy Hilfiger instead. It's like, this was all part of the master plan, you idiot, you know?
You idiot.
Although he's playing along, so maybe he's not being an idiot right now. He's just doing what was always planned for him to do, which was to say this sort of thing when people confront him about the dating. You know, it's so calculated, it makes me want to throw up.
Moving on, I don't know even if this is like a real thing, but I saw one headline about Harry Styles' rumored Aussie flame Yaya Chan, and then I Googled her, and I'm obsessed with her.
No, it's Yan Yan.
It's Yan Yan Chan?
It's not Yaya, it's Yan Yan Chan.
Oh, Yaya from America's Next Top Model.
From Top
Sorry,
Model.
I was just reading that too fast. So
Harry's rumored Aussie flame is Yan Yan Chan.
She's like a creative director, influencer, model type, and like she's very chic. I was like, then I became obsessed with her.
She's too chic.
I don't even think that they're necessarily involved.
Do you know what I think happened here?
Yeah.
I think they went on either one date or they hooked up once,
Mm-hmm.
and that like while Harry was in Australia,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it, and that was enough. You know?
Yeah.
Because she's like just notable enough to be recognized when they like are spotted at a restaurant or spotted leaving a hotel together or spotted walking down the street. And I think that's all this is.
Well, she does like creative direction for actual brands, but then on her Instagram, she has enough followers to be a part-time on the side influencer.
Because she started as a blogger. Like she was like a blogger in high school, like a fashion blogger, and that's like still what she does.
Got it.
She
Okay.
still YouTubes. She still vlogs too.
That's amazing.
And I was watching one of her fairly recent, like within the last year, YouTube videos, and she reveals who her celebrity crush is, and she says this.
I have like a huge crush on Richard Madden. Like I don't even know what the name of the character he plays. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. Let's talk about some movies that I'm really excited to see. Okay.
Richard Madden, not Harry Styles.
All right.
I watched a couple of her videos, and they don't really get that many views anymore,
Mhm.
but she still does them, and they're like exhausting.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
They're exhausting. Tamar Braxton is engaged, and so is Evelyn Lozada.
I can't with this, by the way.
Why? Because they both met their fiancés on a Peacock original reality show called Queen's Court.
As individual women, all of us have experienced very public relationships.
It's really hard for me to let my guard down, but it's time to kind of take the bricks down. I'm just looking for that zing, that spark, something I can't shake.
I watched 3 episodes. I watched episode 1, episode 2, and episode 10.
Explain what you
'Cause
were
I needed to get to
complaining
the end.
about. Like, this is called bad. This is bad production because the fact that we know that their engagements, we know the winner of these contests, and now you have to watch the show knowing the winner. So how is that?
Why would I watch?
Why would you watch?
And it's not even because Peacock released all the episodes at once. So they released all 10 episodes of this reality show, which is Tamar Braxton, Evelyn Lozada, and Nivea, who used to be married to The Dream and dated Lil Wayne, is a singer. But Nivea, Evelyn Lozada, Tamar Braxton are on the show Queen's Court. Their goal, it's like The Bachelor, it's Bachelorette, but they all meet these like 21 guys, and then they like hang out with them together. Then they pick one of the guys or two of the guys to go on dates with in every episode. And then at the end, they kick some people off, and then they choose who their favorites are.
Mm-hmm.
So by the end, they each have a winner.
Mhm.
And I watched the first 2 episodes. I already know who gets chosen. And not only do the men get chosen, they propose to Tamar and Evelyn. Tamar got proposed to on the show. Evelyn got proposed to after the fact. But I was just sort of like, I went into this knowing who was going to get it. So there was zero tension in the first 2 episodes of the show, and I was so fucking
Right, so
pissed.
what's
because the show's actually really good.
point? Okay, so that's so it ruins a show that was otherwise good.
Like
right?
yes,
Yeah.
because I know that it must have been tricky for them, and I'm sure like you can just smell the fact that like the marketing teams for this show and for Peacock were so annoyed. They were like, how do we do this if it's binged? How do we do this? Because they could have saved it if this was a weekly drop. But because it's all at once, of course they had to release it, right? They
Right.
have to let you know because it's like right there already.
Right.
So like Tamar gets proposed to in the season finale of the show.
Mhm.
Evelyn didn't get proposed to until December at her birthday party, I think. But still, it was all dropped at the same time. And it really like took away from, I don't know, the tension of even the first 2 episodes that I watched.
I just don't understand how I'm supposed to I don't usually The Bachelor hides this. Why
It's
can't you
infuriating.
hide this?
She's engaged. He's a lawyer, and they're both normies. No one's
Yeah.
famous.
Uh-huh.
So she's engaged to this guy, J.R. Robinson, who like
Uh-huh.
instantly from the first 2 episodes, she's like so horny for him. And Evelyn was a little more wishy-washy with guys. There wasn't like a standout guy.
Uh-huh.
But he proposed to her, and then the end, Nivea, I was like, well, then who did Nivea choose? And you're watching it, and she's like very clearly, our friend Steven watched more episodes than we did, but he was like, Nivea's the star of the show. She is great. But at the end, who does she choose? Lindsay, guess. Who does she choose? You don't need to know the names of the men to know who she chooses. Specifically, I choose
Me.
me. That's what she chooses.
That's
at the end.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
But her scene
That's
it's
great.
actually like extremely moving. It's like a 10-minute long sequence where she's with kind of quote unquote the perfect man.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't. They're both sobbing. And she's like, I can't do this. Like, I can't choose you as my king because I need to focus on me. I'm going to choose me. And he's like so heartbroken, and she leaves him there, and she's sobbing and he's sobbing, and it's like, you're perfect, but like, I can't be in a relationship right now. It's like actually really intense.
I'm just saying, like, this, you killed the point of this. I don't know. I don't understand.
Exactly.
I don't
That's all
understand.
part of the press for
I don't
the press.
understand.
It's just crazy to me that the press for the show is revealing the finale.
Did they think
Isn't
that the show
weird?
was strong enough where if they revealed the finale, people would still watch it? Maybe they just thought Tamar and Evelyn Lozada are powerful enough people or personalities that they would still draw people in, even if they knew the end of
Yeah.
the show. I don't know. I mean, I'm probably not.
I
gonna
wonder. I
watch
think
it.
that must have been what the strategy was. It's like they are like reality TV
legends.
You know, legends.
Yeah,
monoliths.
Tamar
they
really
can
is.
carry shows.
She really is. It's messy. It's my birthday, but I have to post the one who puts this cheesy smile on my face. Took me a while to realize that this wholesome traditional love is the kind that I wanted and needed. We have 6 children between the 2 of us, and they mean everything to us. So miss me with the he has 4 baby mamas. Laughing face, laughing face. Thank God for them. We are blessed and drama free, and thank God for my best friend, life partner, and fiance, Rare Breed Nola. Wait, what's his actual name? That's his Instagram name.
His name is JR.
The happiest birthday to me ever. My heart. Don't miss our love story on Peacock. # Queen's Court streaming now. # Saint Tamar's Day. # changed. Forget St. Patrick's Day. We're celebrating St. Tamar's Day. Hell yeah.
And Tamar, bless her heart, is like
bless her heart.
such a just like the most bless her heart figure on reality television.
She
Like,
is. And she had
you
that
just
kind of
can't-
like breakdown moment, and it was like, okay, I actually don't. I really do want you to be well. Like, you don't deserve
She is
to
so-
be like, right. You're a star.
She's so like perpetually vulnerable.
She is. Oh my God, you're right. She is.
And you can't help but want the best for her. So I think maybe that is also what part of the reason that they were like, fuck it, let's just release all of these things.
Yeah.
At once. people are going to watch for her. And also Evelyn. Evelyn has been on Basketball Wives for 100 years, so
Right.
whatever. And she has her own sort of like
Mhm.
sad backstory. I forgot that because she was with Ocho Cinco for a while, but then they got married and he was awful to her. They do a very interesting thing. Like, she never says, which totally felt like a legal issue. I've never seen it before. Maybe they do it on Bravo shows. There's an early confessional with Evelyn, and she's talking about her relationship history. And she's like, well, I've been married to like a baseball player and then a basketball player, and then I dated, and then my shortest marriage, which was Ocho Cinco, she never says his name. And then there was my shortest marriage, which was awful, and he was like, you know, scary, violent, whatever. I didn't think I'd make it out of that house alive. She never says his name, but as she's recounting sort of the bullet points of her trauma with him, it just starts pasting like tabloid headlines over the screen that are all about Ocho Cinco. And it's like, maybe they can show it, but she can't say it, or she doesn't feel comfortable saying it, but she'll let them show it. It's really weird. It's really interesting. Rubi Rose, rapper, not actor, is dating French Montana.
Rubi Rose with an I.
Rubi Rose with an I has usurped Rubi Rose with a Y.
I think so.
Absolutely on this podcast.
I think so, especially because she's dating French Montana.
It's a good couple.
Yeah,
That's a good
it's a hot couple.
That's a good classic hooey couple.
Yes, but although French Montana, cuspy, and people would argue he's maybe a them. He's got a name. When he was dating Khloe Kardashian briefly, it was them territory.
He's been sputtering. What's French Montana up to now beyond dating Rubi Rose?
I mean, he has
That's
making
my
music
point.
probably. I mean, I haven't heard a hit in a while, but maybe I just haven't heard his music in a while.
Well, Ashley Graham revealed her husband Justin Irvin got a vasectomy. I think it's funny that Ashley Graham did the revealing that her husband Justin Irvin got a vasectomy. She's obviously more famous in the couple. She's the more powerful in terms of press.
Right, of course. He's not. He's kind of a normie. We're in full vasectomy mode.
Yes.
He's shooting blanks now. I don't have to be on a pill. Thank God. She shared on the Milk Drunk podcast
by Bobby
Bobby.
podcast this week.
Oh no.
So we were talking about celebrities should no longer go on podcasts and be too revealing because it like forces them to sort of it makes it tarnishes their luck, their luxury, right? It tarnishes their glimmer. I will say you can make an exception when you're going on Milk Drunk by Bobby podcast because this is hilarious. Like, this is Spawn. Showing up on a Spawn Con podcast is, I will excuse this. It feels very hooey. It's not you going on Rachel Bilson's podcast. It's going on like something that you were almost certainly, I would assume, paid handsomely for.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, because it's Spawn, you think?
Because it's marketing.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel
know.
like because this is paid for by
Bobby Baby for
Milk
me.
Drunk by Bobby.
Bobby Baby formula.
I did a little quiet Googling to see if she was getting paid by Bobby at all. I don't think she is.
Right. Maybe
but
she's
maybe
not.
she is. Maybe this is how she's getting paid by Bobby.
Yeah.
Maybe
Bobby
this is how
Bobby
the payment
baby.
took place. Okay, secret second baby. Brenda Song had another baby with Macaulay Culkin.
Amazing. And there's nothing else you can say aside from like, that's why I laughed at this headline from OK Magazine. Fans go wild after
Fans
Brenda
go wild.
Song and Macaulay Culkin secretly welcome second baby. We love that for them. It's just like a very generic.
That's
like,
quoting like a tweet.
We love that for them.
It's just funny that like a kind of on paper perfect nostalgia couple is such a yawn.
Yeah.
And I think it's because they don't really want the attention. If they
No,
wanted the
obviously
attention,
there's
they
a
could
reason
get
why
it.
it's a secret baby, and also but it's just funny. We love that for them as the most generic. Like, it's like great, yeah. That's what I would say.
Read the headline, Lindsay. This is a good.
Boy
headline.
Meets Wedding. Sitcom star Ben Savage ties a knot with longtime love Tessa Angermeyer 1 month after announcing their engagement. Well, that's fast. Okay.
He needs a political wife. I think
right,
that's the most
true.
That's the most obvious thing in the world.
Well,
he needs a political wife.
Is he ever going to win office? I don't think so.
I think he, in this country, I've seen crazier things. He's just gonna
That's
gonna
true.
fumble his way into being a congressman.
I know. I like this more.
And then he's gonna like do something absolutely disgusting.
What was she wearing? Where was she seen? She posted what on Instagram? She's the Who Queen. Tens of people want to know all about the number one Who. Lindsay, Bobby, tell us now. What's Rita Ora up to?
Who is this woman?
I love Rita's like
It's a hit.
extremely manipulated vocal chorus era where her choruses are just like
What was the one that you were trying to identify the other day that you tried to sing and you were like, it's just like weird noises, and then you were like, nah, 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 nah.
Oh, it's this song. It's I had to voice note all of you me trying to approximate these noises. And then instantly, everyone was like, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then finally, Stephen was like, it's this. It's Kiara Gold.
How did
and he was right.
he get that? It's a perfect genre for Rita. She's desperate for a hit, has no shame in terms of like fitting within the kind of what people are doing. She knows that her best friend, BB Rexa, hit like
The nostalgia train.
got on Blue. No one gave a shit that it was already a song. Guess what? The song is still good, even if BB Rexa sings it. Rita said, I think I can do the same. She worked with Fatboy Slim, so it's like she got the okay. And she slapped those fucking wavering vocals on.
Wavering vocals.
I can't wait to hear this on Love Island. Like, I just know where it's going.
The TikTok where she revealed this snippet is so objectively bad, and I love that about Rita. She's so bad at TikTok, but she still tries.
TikTok.
Because she's bad at it, maybe rightly or wrongly, I read that as that it's something that she just genuinely likes to do.
And you can tell she's doing this herself.
Like, it's very low pressure for her. She just likes doing
Or
it.
is she not doing this herself? I don't know. This is a tough one because it combines
I'm sure
footage.
Elena's helping
yeah,
out.
She's
Elena
combining footage.
Elena helps with everything.
And I have to say, I don't love that the song is called Praising You. Like, the original song is called Praise You. This one's called Praising You. Like, do better.
You have to do that. It's like how the BB Rexa song is called I'm Good instead of Blue.
Yeah, but that's good is a different word. Praising You is the same two words. It's just a different tense. I wish they chose a different. Maybe it was like I want it to be called Like I Should, or I want it to be called like some other lyrics.
Long way. I'm gonna read this headline. Rita Ora puts on a leggy display in a mauve checked mini dress as she sprawls out on yacht before Dubai gig. Sprawling out in a yacht is very Rita Ora to me. Sprawling out on a yacht while putting on a leggy display.
Before
Just
Dubai gig, it's like she's doing gigs in Dubai that like even, she's just everywhere. What is this gig?
The
What
Dubai
this
gig is perfect for Rita. You get paid like $2 million and all you have to do is go, like do something with your throat.
Wait, are you ready? She was performing for the opening night of Zuha Island by Zaya, a collection of 30 ultra-luxury waterfront villas on a private island in Dubai.
I don't understand.
I don't understand what
wealth.
that. I don't understand what that means.
I don't understand extreme wealth.
She's
I don't
taking
get
that.
it.
She's taking that corrupt money and she's shoving it in a
There's so
safe.
much of it.
I know.
To fund all of these hotels and Rita Ora.
And to keep Smize.
And to Smize and Dream.
Smize and Dream.
It's crazy. Rita Ora goes braless in a racy sheer mesh top with a very well-placed clover emoji as she celebrates St. Patrick's Day with a sexy snap. Okay, we're done. Thank you for listening to another episode of Who Weekly. Keep calling in at 619-WHO THEM to leave questions, comments, and concerns for our Friday show, Who's There? Thank you to Katie and Eric of the Who's for providing our Rita theme song on Tuesdays. Thank you to Timmy, our research and editorial assistant, for researching and editorializing. Support us on patreon.com/WhoWeekly for bonus episodes, a Discord server, a monthly newsletter, and more. You can also get the audio only in the Apple Podcasts app. Just click subscribe, and we'll see you on Friday. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
You will, Delilah.
They wanna know. Hey. 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 I want to be famous.